Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Alia Izzati binti Mazlan, 9190057 from TTD3, and my group partner is Nur Hafa Izzati Eliana binti Muhammad Noor, 9190059 also from TTD3. Now we are going to present Chapter 6, Erin, question number 2.
So the example of compound that has a ring is pomegranate. The reason is one of the component in pomegranate, which is hydroxybenzoic acid, it was derived from aromatic compound. One of the surah that mention pomegranate is Surah Al-A'nam, ayah 99. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وجنات من أعناب والزيتون والرمان مشتبها وغير متشابه صدق الله العظيم. And we produce gardens of grapevines and olives and pomegranates, similar yet varied. Now let's look at the question. The bromination of toluene occurs as follows. So as we can see, toluene reacts with bromine gas with iron 2 bromide catalyst will produce compound L and N. So question A. Name the compounds L and N according to the IUPAC system. 2 marks. So how to name compound L? As we can see here, as we can see over there, the parent is toluene. So we have to start numbering from the methyl. So put number 1 at methyl and bromo is at number 2. So the name will be 2-bromotoluene. So to name compound M, the parent is toluene, also toluene. So start numbering at methyl CH3 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So bromo is at 4. So the name will be 4-bromotoluene. Here is 1 mark and here is 1 mark. It becomes 2 marks. Question B. State the type of reaction above. 1 mark. So the answer is electrophilic aromatic substitution of alkyl benzene. Why? It is because halogenation of alkyl benzene using catalyst is an electrophilic substitution reaction. So toluene is an alkyl benzene and Br2 bromine is a halogen. Iron 2 bromide is a catalyst. So this reaction is called as electrophilic substitution reaction. You will get 1 mark if you give a correct type of reaction in a complete sentence. You must have electrophilic aromatic substitution of alkyl benzene. Question C. Why the reaction above gives two different products? 1 mark. The answer, the reaction above gives two different products because the alkyl group CH3 is the ortho para director. So 1 mark will be given if you give a correct reason why the reaction above gives two different products.
Next, let's continue with question D. Question D asks us to draw and give the IUPAC name of the product obtained if iron 3 bromide in the reaction above is replaced by light. And the total marks for this question are 2 marks. And if we look at this question, there are two things to do. First, we need to draw the product obtained, and second, we need to give the IUPAC name of the product obtained. So it is better for us to underline it in order to avoid missing some points. So for this question, I use different color of lines because it will be more easier to differentiate between the first instruction with the second one. Okay, the first thing we need to do is to draw the structure of the product obtained. So as we have learned in chapter 6 of aromatic compounds, specifically based on our question, in the presence of light, bromine atom substitutes the hydrogen atom in the methyl group, not the ring. So the product will be like this. After drawing the structure, we need to give the IUPAC name of the product obtained. How to name it? We need to identify which is the substituent and which is the parent. So in this case, the substituent is CH2Br, whereas the parent is the benzene ring. So the IUPAC name of the product obtained will be bromomethylbenzene. The first mark will be given when the structure is drawn correctly, and the second mark for the correct IUPAC name of the product obtained. Next question, question E. State the type of the reaction in the above. So there are two types of halogenation of alkyl benzene. First, free radical substitution of alkyl benzene, and second is electrophilic substitution of alkyl benzene. Since the toluene reacts with bromine and light, so the type of the reaction in D is free radical substitution of alkyl benzene. So the mark will be given when the type of the reaction is written completely. Question F suggests chemical test, reagent and condition that can be used to distinguish benzene and toluene. State the observation for both compounds. So for this question also consists of two things to do. And again, it is better to underline what question wants. The first is suggest chemical test, reagent and condition that can be used to distinguish benzene and toluene. And the second is state the observation for both compounds. So the chemical task that can be used to distinguish benzene and toluene is the task with potassium permanganate, hydrogen ion, and the heat. Next, the observation for both compounds. Benzene, there is no change, whereas toluene, purple color turns to colorless. Benzene shows that there is no change because it doesn't have benzylic carbon, so that there is no hydrogen atom that can be oxidized. Whereas toluene has benzylic carbon, so that the hydrogen able to be oxidized and shows the positive result. The total marks for this question are 3 marks. So the first mark will be given when the chemical task, which is reagent and condition, are written completely. The second and the third marks will be given for the correct observations of benzene and toluene.
That's all. Thank you.